Hello there, fellow blacksmiths. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval, Oak Brethren, Episode 14, Improving Arms and Armor. And here Viking is trying his very best, leveling up his marksman skills. Friendly visit from a trader. And we've got about 1 day left on the mood modifier. Whoa, Belle, thank you for the cheer as well. 1 day left for the mood modifier of losing people. Okay, best speechcraft was Zent, if I recall correct. No, that's not true. Oh, it was Ravak, wasn't it? We lost our speech expert. So Manic, I think you are a close second, or not really, but you're going to do the bartering anyway. So what am I planning to do with the old shack? Honestly, I'm going to break it down. If anything, it offers cover to raiders. If raiders are coming and there's a giant shack here, we can't shoot past it or over it. So I actually want to get rid of it, truth be told. All right. Let's see. There is not a whole lot that they have that I want. I could part with some sheep, but like looking at what they have, it's mostly garbage. Like, I've got a lot of animals though, more than I'm currently using. I could buy the ice blocks, yeah. It's not a terrible idea because I'm down to my last one. And then maybe... what do I have an abundance of that I could part with? Wow, they're even buying hay? Okay. We'll just sell some hay for ice blocks. Because I can always cut more grass for hay. I mean, that's really easy to do. Plus, we're going to get it just from the barley harvest here as well. So, there is 6 blocks of ice now down here, rather than the 1. Because the 1 that we had left had 2 HP left, so it was going to melt pretty soon. That works out. So we've got all the textbooks that we want. I think what I'm going to do is do textbooks up to 30 rather than 15. Because I'm planning on getting both Armorer 2 and get Shield. Armorer 3, of course, would be really nice, but it does require the higher level research bench. Question for you guys. Should I make mail armor? Or should I just hold out and wait until I get plate? So, the advantage of plate is it's very, very, very tanky. But there's a bunch of disadvantages. Oddly, it's not being listed here. I don't know why. Let me see if the wiki has more information. Because... no, oddly enough, it does not. But I'll have you decide what armor we are using. What armor to equip the defenders? Plate or mail? The other thing is, because most of the attacks take a while, it's not something that we have to wear all the time. We can wear our normal equipment and then throw on the armor when the enemies are arriving. So that might be a nice strategy so that we don't have people wearing out their armor all the time. Alright, combined food. We're almost up to 650. It's pretty good. I don't plan on building an armory. What I could do, which is a lot cheaper, is just build some like armor stands. And then keep the armor local. Although I don't think I have armor stands, but like that's a pretty cheap research to get, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's furniture too, for armor racks. So we can rack armor near the front door, making it quick to throw it on and store it. Seems to me like I could probably call this one early. You guys want mail armor. When I start using fire, do I know it will spread towards your crops? Yes, obviously. Friend died. Expires in 11 hours or 12 hours. Okay, good. And Viking, how has your training been going? You are now Marksman 2. All right. So 8 more, and you'll hit Marksman 10, and you'll be able to use longbows. It takes a while, especially if they don't have a passion or XP bonuses from traits. But it will be worth it in the end, I think. Because that fight we lost was honestly straight up lost because of a lack of like archery skills. And mail it is. Okay. So, the next research I get could be either fletching or armory. If you decide between armor and bows. As far as armor goes, 2 people could currently benefit from the armor. Only 1 person could benefit from the bows. Armor might take a little bit longer to make, but bows would help with other things like hunting, right? You got to remember that it's not just bows for defense. There's also like hunting animals and you know, if there's like a animal incursion of like wolves coming to hunt us or something like that, obviously bows is pretty helpful for that. Oh, pet the dogs. And overwhelmingly you guys go bow. Okay. Well, now that we have fletching too, we're going to work towards armor smithing next, but let's go ahead and cancel the short bow. What we want to do is make longbows until we have, let's say, 2 of them. And the beauty of this is if the longbows are not good quality, we dismantle them. So we're automatically dismantling anything flimsy or sturdy, which is the lowest 2 tiers. Let me double check that. But yeah, this is anything flimsy or sturdy. It gets dismantled. So, Talonus is doing this. Does that make sense? No. It does not make sense. For people that have specialized skills, I'm going to remove everyone else from that specific trade. So it should really only be Kadath doing that. And now he's working on it. Perfect. If at all possible, we'll also have Zent. Zent eventually, once the bow crafting is done, will have a better bow as well, because his bow is only a sturdy quality. I wish the game did a better job of like naming the qualities, because Sturdy sounds good, but it's not good. Good is good. Sturdy is like shoddy. It should be called shoddy or something. Not sturdy. Shoddy would make a lot more sense. Flimsy, shoddy, good. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, how's our steel amount coming? We've got 93 steel. Okay, so right now we're waiting on iron ingots. And we're not going to get more iron ingots until we get actually iron, so we'll mine up some iron. And yeah, those mood modifiers are now expired, so that the mood in the colony is recovering. I still am lacking a little bit in entertainment and religious activity, but at least it's somewhat self-correcting. I would love to build the Oak Brethren Temple, but I've got like survival things to do, so in terms of the hierarchy of needs, surviving is a little bit more than religion, as far as I'm concerned. I could throw together a feast. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea. The whole feast event. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't have a bard, but let's go use up all of our roasted meat, milk, and I wonder, yeah, decent. Wow, it like, yeah, there we go. And accept. We'll have a little feast event celebrating, I guess, the ability of making bows and training. And Knives, thank you for the sub. Oh, and a full year anniversary sub. Are we out of clay? Yes. We have 25 of it. It's not much. Well, that ought to help. Gonna take a look at the meals here. Enjoyable feast, +6. They were in beautiful surroundings for a while, so +8. They were also comfortable, and entertainment needs were fulfilled. Apparently the cabbage was raw. I don't know about you, but like raw cabbage doesn't bother me. I don't like raw cabbage any less than I like, you know, cooked cabbage, but whatever. They fussed. I don't care. There's a lot of fish in those ponds. Yeah, it's kind of our food bank. I've been leaving the fish there in case we really do have food shortages, and we really haven't had food shortages, so I'll continue to leave it there for now. So in this stockpile, do I have... Yeah, I have warfare bows. Okay. So that says to me that Kadath hasn't made a bow worthy of equipping yet. But he's getting around to it. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have a botanist at level 20 anymore, do I? Level 11, because Ravak was our botanist. I see. That's why we haven't been restoring that. Okay, that's fine. In that case, the cooking, growing, and cutting plants priority is going to go up a little higher for Manic, as he is our only farm, like the only person that is even half decent at farming. Most of the crops require 0 or 10. Beets are the exception to that, and herbs, of course. But Manic is going to do his best to try to resow what he can. And taking a look at our stockpile, we have food 868, so like I'm not worried about it at all. That's more food we have now than we had stockpiled the end of last fall for the winter. So we are in pretty good position. So, flimsy bow. Oh, there's a good bow. So Zent gets the first good bow. And then I'm going to give Manic the sturdy bow that otherwise would have been broken down for wood as like a stopgap until I get a better bow. But we have 2 longbowmen now, and as you can see, the difference between Manic's bow and The Zenspo is a little bit more precise as it's higher quality. Oh, did I miss Dark Treats? Sorry, I must have. How's the research coming? We are 18 books away from armor smithing. And at that point, Kadath is going to be real busy. So the hope was that I would build up a nice supply of steel, knowing that Kadath is going to be our armor smith as well. So he's having to do both tasks. There is, of course, lots of iron and coal around. I'm not worried about running out of raw resources. It's really just a matter of manpower. We're up to 123 steel. Does anyone need a bow better? Oh, wow, we have fine ones. The amount of sticks that we have is going down. One thing I might want to do, which apparently I forgot to do for the smelter, is change it so that they can also use wood. Because we are starting to have a lot of regular wood, but not a lot of sticks. And I might want to do that on the kitchens too. Well, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to go around and cutting down some of the mature trees. Our miners are building up a supply of clay and iron. The reason why I'm not like trying to finish the Merlins right now is it's just a lower priority than armor and weapons. Because worst case scenario, I can always use the entryways I already have built. I don't really need the side ones. The side ones are just like extra. I don't mind having them, but they're a lower priority, so I've been prioritizing them lower as a result. Viking, I'm going to lower your mining so that you train higher. And then unskilled miners I'm going to take off of mining entirely. A friendly visit. A druid. Oh. Well, I don't have a temple, a Oak Brethren temple for the druid to perform a ritual. I wish I did. And we also have a newborn. So Nobla the goat gave birth to Laika. Laika the goat is female, so you become the new Nobla, and the old Nobla becomes dinner. No. Don't just leave them there. Okay, there we go. There's a longbow good. So Manic's bow is going to exchange. And now I'm having Kadath just aim for one good spare bow. Oh, Fenrax the goat just gave birth to Rex and Quim. Fenrax is female, so Rex and Quim are both male, so that's not going to work. You're a goat, so I need 2 older goats. Let's do Wishbring and kill the old Wishbring. And then another male goat. Krieg. And there we go. Well, we'll have plenty of meat, I think. I kind of wish that they would haul them automatically. They're clearly not, and it's annoying. Because then they leave a body out there, and that's just going to attract wolves and polecats. Which is honestly dangerous. Alright, we have half the perimeter merlins done. Oh, that doesn't work. Get that tree out of there. And then research. We are at 20 of 30. So once we hit 30, we'll get armor 2. Look at this druid. If only you joined me. You have a marksman, burning passion, hunter 19. Can you just join us and be our druid with a bow? That'd be nice. So down here in our stockpile, our butchery stockpile. Oh yeah, they definitely butchered those animals because we have so much more meat. How much meat do we have? Over 1,000 units of food. Yep, we are pretty set. Not gonna lie, pretty set. All right, I think right now coal might be our bottleneck for steel production. Because, well, actually, I don't have a lot of iron either. It's hard to tell which it is. Another thing that we could consider. So the gates, the doors that we have right now are 300 hit points. And, there is, of course, like, stronger gates, like portcullis and the like, and we can layer them too. It's not my immediate goal, because I think arms and armor is a better solution anyway, especially if there's an enemy siege. If the enemies are coming at me with siege equipment, you know, we're going to want the ability to sally out and deal with that. And having nice gates doesn't help with that. So Viking's halfway to 10. It's a process. And let's do another one of these merlins. I'm sure I don't have to clay for it yet, but we'll collect it. And we are very close to having armor 2. I'm curious when we're going to get the option to add another person. We certainly have the bedrooms for them. We have, I think, 3 or 4 open bedrooms, something like that. So on floor 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, and we only have 6 people. And then floor The floor up has 2 empty bedrooms. The floor above that has 2 rooms that could become bedrooms. So we have 4 potential empty bedrooms. Ooh, a fine bow. Zent, let's trade up. Nice. So the bow requirement's been hit, and now it's just, we're, okay, there we go. Armor 2. Perfect. What to research next will be up to you guys. So give me 1 second. I have to type up some lists. Stone cutting, barrels, defensive structure 2. If you want, oh no, actually we're up to 3. Let me retype this. Defensive structure 3. Beekeeping, furniture 2. Ice making. We can also work towards crossbows 1. And what are some other important ones I've overlooked? And then, of course, research 3. I think that's probably enough options. So, let me talk about the benefits. Stone cutting is just an alternative path to having stuff like clay, but I think the advantage of that is it's going to allow us to make a limestone tomb. So if we open up the almanac here and we go to, I think it's construction miscellaneous. We have like limestone, gravestones, and sarcophagi that are locked. So Rayvac right now is in just an unmarked grave, which is kind of insignificant, but whatever. Barrels is, well, truth be told, barrels is going to kind of require beekeeping first, but they're a firefighting mechanism. So you have a large barrel full of water, and the barrel's very flammable, so when the barrel burns, it releases the water, douses everything, and helps put out fires. Beekeeping, of course, is required for wax and honey. Furniture, too, would be for better beds, so that people are more, that sleep better. We've got ice making, which, yeah, I mean, it's summer, so ice making is not super useful right now, but in the winter, when things freeze over, water freezes over, you can generate ice. Defensive structures 3, which does lead to siege engines, for whatever it's worth, but this is better gates, which then, of course, leads to siege engines, and incendiary ammo. Crossbows for our people, for high-ranged, high-armor pen weapons. And then Research 3 to unlock more options. So have you choose of all those options. 1 more minute to vote in this poll. And then we also, of course, with all of that work, gained the ability to make armor. So we are going to want, I already have on the blacksmith forge, breaking down anything that is low quality. So I don't need to worry about the quality. So the aim here is to make mill armor, do until we have at least, let's say, 2. And make mail helmet, do until we have 2. Oh, there's actually one more thing I wanted to add to this list, which I didn't, which is shields. I don't know why I left that off, but I can always add shields next pull around. So Kadath is going to try to make a good or better quality, two full sets of armor. Basically, 2 full sets of armor for 2 of our defenders. And then on top of that, I'm probably going to want, like a sword and shield combo as well, which, I don't think I have at the moment. Because whatever happened to Shields 1? Yeah, I'm definitely going to want shields pretty soon. And then some sort of melee weapon as well to pair with it. But the first thing we'll do is get beekeeping. So, that's what I'll work towards. So beekeeping is here, and it's 15 and 10. So let's just aim for 15 and 10. That should be pretty quick. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother making very basic shields. And I don't think I'm going to be bothering making short swords. Because they're going to be obsolete very quickly. So there's no point in having, like, low-quality stuff that we just have to replace. That's going to put too much pressure on Kadath, I think. We're not a colony of planned obsolescence, in other words. And, cheers. Are we planning on replacing the wooden flooring in the keep? With brick flooring? Probably not, no. It's not very easy to replace flooring without having your entire castle collapse. So as long as we have access to firefighting water, I don't see it as an immediate concern. My lord, Viking, you've been at this a while. He's hitting his daily cap, like, pretty early on. I don't really want to micromanage him to manage his cap, so I'm just going to have him push past his cap. I don't care. Even if it is a waste of time. It's too much micromanagement to bother with that. So each one of these requires... Oh, you know what? I didn't specify material, I just realized. And I'm not sure what he's making right now. But I will correct it if it's the wrong material. I totally blanked on that. I don't think it's going to be iron, because all of our iron's being turned into steel. So I doubt we even had 65 iron to begin with, because I only make up to 30 iron. So my guess is this is probably steel mail armor. But I can't say for sure, because I didn't specify ahead of time. Are we actually making dung bricks? No, we're not. In my opinion, dung is something that you might consider if you lived in the mountains and you didn't have a lot of trees, but it's so easy to cut down trees for fuel that, like, it doesn't seem necessary to go with dung. I am so hopeful this is higher quality. So for reference, his smithing is level 20. Fine, nice. And it is... Oh, it was made of iron. Alright, manage. I don't think anyone's wearing it. I think it will just get smelted down. That's unfortunate. I just don't know where you got the iron for that. to be honest. What's unfortunate, it was actually pretty good quality for iron. So I don't think he's going to smelt it down for that reason. So let's go ahead and do a special smelt. Just for that specific mail armor, so that we get rid of it, because I'm never going to wear it. And then we'll prioritize getting rid of it and then replacing it with steel. Oof. So, Kadath, your smithing is a 1. I'm going to have your craft be a 2. And your construct be a 2, even though you're by far the best constructor. Just so that you're not interrupted. And we only have a quarter of the Merlins left to do, so I'll get them done now. And this side is a little different than the other sides because of the way the pathing is because of the pond. So it's not perfectly symmetrical, but I don't intend for it to be. Well, I guess I could fix that a little bit. I'll change this around. Cancel. Straight section. And I'll put a Merlin there instead. So, she is a bookish journeyman. She does have a passion in both melee and marksman, which might affect whether we offer her help or not. And she is, of course, an Oak Brethren with high intel. So yeah, we are going to decide to help her. She is wounded with a laceration, and she is being pursued. Let me get the raffle timer up and ready. Okay, it's ready. Jobs. Oh, you also have botany skills. That's pretty helpful. And you are the best tailor? No, you are not the best tailor. Okay. Well, good luck in the raffle. The search party is a little bit easier to defend than the last raid. They don't have, like, thugs that have siege equipment, as far as I could tell. So we might be okay defending this. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow brethren.